Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us once again. I have to my right
Big Banks.
and I am Stroobz. Keep viewing, keep liking. We love the subscribes as well, and we appreciate the viewership. Very interesting topic to get to tonight, so let's roll.
We're going to your place, and now you got to freak me out. Scream so loud, getting fucking laid. You want me to stay, but I got to make my way. Hey, y'all crazy bitch, but you're so good I'm on top of it.
Of course, the media favorite, the media darling, Miss Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, representing the congressional district right around there by the Bronx. She is that fresh, new, vibrant socialist member of Congress. The media loves her, and this is probably why this story didn't get a whole lot of media play, because it might have the effect of diminishing her stature. This relates to her appearance at Al Sharpton, famous Al Sharpton, the race-baiting race hustler, his National Action Network conference. Listen, if you can to AOC's voice on this one.
This is what organizing looks like.
Right.
This is what building power looks like. This is what changing the country looks like. It's when we choose to show up and occupy the room and talk about the things that matter most, talking about our future. You know, Reverend, you bring up a funny anecdote, and I'm proud to be a bartender. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with working retail, folding clothes for other people to buy.
A little unique, don't you think? She kind of has this little inner modal modulation to her voice, a little bit of a twang or a tinge. But why, though? Why might you ask? Well, the audience, primarily African American. Mm-hmm. The reason for it, I don't know. Is this pandering? Is this I don't know? Is this an ugly element of politics that she's trying to buy into? In her defense, here was her tweet and her kind of explanation of why she did this. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Big Banks, what's your take on this? Is this really an ugly form of pandering that no longer has place in American politics, or do you not really care much?
This is the best pandering I've ever seen in my life to the black community. It's sad. It's despicable. As you hear my voice, you hear the Southern accent. It's apparent where I'm from. I've been to the Bronx on many occasions, and I have yet to hear somebody from the Bronx with a Southern accent, unless they're transplants. They come from the South and move to the Bronx. But to the most part, people who are born and raised in that part of town, in that city, or that state, you don't come with this country accent. For her to make this argument that, well, we have to navigate the streets and this is what I have to do to make it through the streets, that's a crock of shit. And and it hurts my heart, and it's very, very disrespectful. Now, again, what she did was pandering. All she had to do was own it. She really pulled the wool over the people's eyes in that National Action Network of those black folks who was there. And she did a damn good job. But the sad part about it is that, you know, they're going to give her a pass because they rep the same party that she does.
Right.
Now,
she's a radical progressive leftist, and that's permissible to use those tactics.
A Southerner who knows, she wouldn't get a pass. Because we're going to look at it like, what are you doing? You won't see her in the South doing that, but she's allowed to do that in Chicago, I do believe, right?
Speaking of the South, this reminds us of a recent 2008 as well as 2016 presidential contender and her tendency to pander. Take a look.
When those bones get up, and when that spirit is breathed into them, and they start climbing out of that valley, the first place they go is to register to vote.
The road to being somebody in this society starts with education.
You think the Southern Baptist Church was bad? There was the other incident of the remember the hot sauce.
Exactly.
Take a look there.
No more questions? They said no, she has to go.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Are you getting information right now?
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce in my bag, Swag?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now listen, I
yes.
just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people again.
Okay. Is it working?
So I don't know. Pandering, they all do it. It's as American as baseball and apple pie, I guess, pandering in politics.
Or as hot sauce, as she said.
Or as American as hot sauce as well. The other deplorable and kind of disgusting element of this is that Al Sharpton still carries some perception or some measure of clout in the American political landscape. He is a disgusting race hustler and the king of the shakedown, I guess you could also call him. But remember, he was the perpetrator and the kind of the person who led blacks and Jews to kind of be at odds with one another back in Brooklyn in 1991 during the Crown Heights riots. You know of all of his other incidents. You know of the Tawana Brawley incident. So the fact that he's still a person of merit, I guess, on the political left is a little concerning. And the fact that all of these 2020 Democratic hopefuls, the O'Rourke's and the Harrises and the Warrens of the world, are showing up to his National Action Network is rightfully concerning as well. But you know what? Their prerogative. You want to be the party of race baiting and identity politics and radical leftism, then go ahead and run with it. I don't think the mainstream American center is going to buy into that. So we will see. Plenty more to come, and if there are any other developments on this, we will follow those as well. So for Mr.
Big Banks,
I'm Stroobz. We'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.